My name is Taylor Butterwich with Move America Forward. I'm here with Trey Bowen, Private First Class Trey Bowen of the United States Army. How are you doing?
I'm good, Taylor. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for joining us. You are in the U.S. Army, deployed currently in Iraq, and you're on a 2-week leave. When did you first join the Army?
I joined right before I turned 20 years old, back in 2010.
And you're now
21.
21. So you've been in just over a year.
Just over.
Just about. And why did you join the Army?
I joined the Army because, well, I needed money for school, and I wanted to serve my country. And as a little kid, I kind of always knew, hey, I needed to do this, and here I am.
And you joined in a time of war, so you knew you were going into a combat position, and that didn't make you wary a little bit?
It did, but nothing really prepared me for, what it actually is. You get told stories, and you kind of think about what it could be, and then you finally get there, and it's completely different. It's pretty crazy.
And what is a day-to-day life like? You first went to Baghdad, correct?
Yes.
And now you're currently
at Cobb Delta.
And what was the difference between Baghdad and where you are now?
Well, Baghdad was really built up. I mean, it was a big city. It was had a huge population.
So what were your responsibilities in Baghdad a little bit?
Well, we escorted a lot of majors and lieutenant colonels to Iraqi army and police compounds, and we let them have meetings together to try and gather information for what we could possibly use to keep Americans safe over there, or what they needed. If they needed to get water, food, we gave them a lot of trucks, and a lot of the time they need maintenance because they break down or whatever. So whatever they really needed, we helped them out with.
And you interacted a little bit with the people, the Iraqis on the ground there, the citizens there.
Yeah, especially the guys in the Iraqi army and the Iraqi police. When our higher-ups were talking, we were kind of just there to pull security, and I spent a lot of the time with the Iraqi police and the Iraqi army, and they were always really friendly with us. We traded patches. They would have our patch. They would give us their patch if we gave them theirs, and it was just it was kind of just saying, hey, we're okay with each other, which was really cool.
And when we were talking earlier, you mentioned something about water and helping the citizens there with clean water. They have a lot of dirty water there.
Yeah, they've got a lot of dirty water there. I don't necessarily know what the problem is or why it's so dirty, but whenever we can help them out, we're in our trucks. We've always got at least 4 cases of water in our trucks. We'll throw out a couple bottles of water if anybody needs it. We're never stingy. So
you see a lot of the U.S. military, and you guys are doing a lot of very good things to help the citizens when you can. You're not just there to increase security, but you're there to be a friend.
Absolutely.
Now, like you mentioned, you've moved camps. Has your responsibilities changed at all?
Definitely. We're definitely in a more hostile area. I mean, for some reason in Baghdad, it was just it was a big city. It was a lot more presence of the Iraqi army, the Iraqi police, and just the United States Army itself was there to kind of keep things pretty secure. And down here, we just don't have the task force for the Iraqi army, the Iraqi police, or the regular army. So, and we're about 30 clicks off the Iranian border, and it's we deal with a lot of stuff.
All right, and you mentioned operating positions.
Operating positions, yeah, OP.
Okay, and a lot of intel gathering, a lot of stuff that's trying to keep Americans safe and make sure to increase the security in Iraq.
Well, yeah, they like to set up a lot of IEDs or EFPs on roads and all kinds of stuff like that. And we like to get ourselves in a position where we can hide and overwatch the roads. And, we tally and record everything that kind of goes on during that road. So if we actually do see something, that we can prevent a convoy of our trucks kind of coming down the road and say, hey, I need you to stop because, terrorists are inactive planning something, and we need to make sure we handle that before anything happens.
And so then after the day, well, first off, your days aren't very comfortable. What's the weather like?
It's about 120 degrees, and it's a dry heat,
so you're out there sweating.
Yeah.
It's not very comfortable, but you get back to the base at night. You're able to relax a little bit. What's kind of going through your head? What do you do to unwind?
Well, you do a favorite part of the day is getting in there, taking a shower. After that, the fact that I have a bed to go lay down on is always nice. If we have opportunities to, a bunch of guys have TVs and Xboxes and stuff like that. We like to play Call of Duty or something along those lines. But I mean, the biggest thing is just laying that head on the pillow. It's the best part of my day.
All right. What do you miss most about home? Because like I mentioned, you're on leave for 2 weeks. So you've been in Iraq for 6 months. You're on leave for two weeks, and now you're going back for another 6 week to finish up your year-long tour. So you have 6 more months. What do you miss most?
Just my friends and my family. I mean, every day, I see that I've been home these last 7 days, and I appreciate my family and my friends like I never had before in my entire life. They mean so much to me, and it's crazy to think that at any point while I'm over there that I might never be able to come home again.
And now that you're home for this time, you mentioned how all the good things that you've been doing to help the situation in Iraq. Do you think the media's portrayal of that is correct or accurate? I mean, are they focused on the right things?
I feel a lot of unfairness and a lot of maybe not so truthful statements said from the news a lot. I mean, I'm not saying that, everything you hear on the news is false, but I mean, it's a lot of the things that you hear is just, it's not true. A lot of the times they're saying like, hey, we're doing things that just, we're not doing a lot of the things that they say we're doing over there.
And do you feel that they never focus on the good things that you're doing? It's something they make it so political that they don't say, hey, these guys are handing out bottles of water in 100-degree heat just to help somebody else out. They never really focus on that, do they?
I totally agree. I don't believe that we're saints over there, but I mean, for the most part, we do what we can to help them out every day. And so I feel like that gets taken away from us, and the news really just doesn't display that at all.
And what do you think about the security in Iraq?
Well, I mean, the Iraqi Army and the Iraqi police do everything that they can to, protect their land and prevent, terrorists or whoever's in the area that just wants to cause some trouble to, they do what they can to prevent everything that they can.
Are they ready to take on the security of their country by themselves?
Yes and no. I mean, yes in the sense that they're going to have to here come December, when we pull out. But no, it's just they have so much responsibility, and they just don't have the communications, the weapons, the trucks. They don't have what we have. We're helping them out by being there with them to help them, but when we leave, they don't have what we have, and it's going to be a lot harder for them.
It's the strongest, most prepared military in the world, then changing to a brand new military that has just been trained, and it's going to be. It doesn't seem like they're quite ready for that responsibility.
Yeah.
So you guys probably make it look a lot easier than it is.
Definitely.
But so Move America Forward. We were raising money to send care packages over to men and women like yourself that are serving this country. What's it like receiving a care package? You said you received a lot when you were stationed at a base in Baghdad.
Yeah, I guess the best way to put it is that I'm on a fairly decent base right now, but the things that mean the most to soldiers are the guys that are out in the middle of nowhere, and it's just a platoon out there, 25 guys kind of fending for themselves, eating MREs every day, not really getting a shower every day, and trying to, get the most out of everything. And when these guys get those care packages, it just means the world to them. They get, fresh razors, a card to read from, a stranger, but always saying something nice, and, maybe a piece of candy or two. Just, it really makes their day.
And is our care package, what can Americans do to support the troops. I mean, care package. Do you really feel that support when you get something from someone you don't even know? You said you get a card, handwritten usually from these people. Do you feel the support then?
Absolutely. I mean, when we're out there, you know, it's tough, and when you come back home and somebody just says like, "Hey, like, thank you so much," it really makes your day. You don't want to make a big deal out of it, and you don't want to say like, "Hey, that's not why I do this," but at the end of the day, it is why you do it. I mean, you know, when people say, "Hey, thank you," you know, it's like, yeah, I do this for you, I do this for me, I do this for my entire family, and I do it for the United States of America.
That's great. Well, Private First Class Bowen, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your service.